Hello everyone, my name is Scott Traylor and I am the Campus Director for Bryant and Stratton College Online. Welcome to the 2020 graduation ceremony. Although we can't be together in person and see all of you walk the stage, I am so pleased that we can virtually celebrate all of you. To all of our graduates, congratulations on making it to this very special day. To all of your family and friends who are with you today, thank you for being here to support your graduates. To the incredible faculty and staff of Bryant and Stratton College, thank you for all that you do for our students. Your passion and dedication is inspiring. I also want to honor and acknowledge today the frontline heroes in our battle against COVID-19, our healthcare workers, our first responders, grocery store employees, fast food workers, postal employees, delivery drivers, and employees from so many other industries who are helping us through this pandemic. Thank you for keeping things running. And as always, we want to honor and thank the men and women serving in the military and all of our military veterans. Let's get our ceremony started. Now, I would like to introduce our national anthem singer, Madison Hennell.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Hi everyone, I'm Doreen Justinger, Vice President and Chief Information Officer at Bryant and Stratton College. Today's commencement address will be delivered by Del Reed, President and CEO of 26 Shirts. Del was born and raised in Western New York. He earned a bachelor's degree in computer information systems and had a very successful career with Roswell Park Cancer Institute. Looking for more fulfillment out of his career, in 2013, he founded a company called 26 Shirts, where he is able to raise funds and donate them to local charitable organizations and families in need. Del has been able to raise over $770,000 thanks to everyone who has believed in his mission and loved his products. 26 Shirts now operates in Buffalo, Chicago, and Pittsburgh, raising funds to assist with needs associated with each respective city. Students, parents, faculty, staff, and other distinguished guests, please join me in welcoming our commencement speaker, a mentor, community leader, organizer, Del Reed.
Good morning. My name is Del Reed, and I'm the founder of 26 Shirts, and I am honored to be speaking to you today. Good enough. That's a term we hear pretty often. When an effort put forth isn't necessarily terrible, but also isn't exactly all that it really could be, we usually describe that effort as good enough. When I was asked to give the 2020 commencement speech for Bryant and Stratton, I was told that the average online graduate was 35 to 40 years old and the first in their family to graduate from college. So you're here today because you decided that your life wasn't all that it really could be. After 35 to 40 years on this planet, you decided that good enough wasn't good enough. And you did something about it. You didn't settle. And now you're here today. Congratulations on this great accomplishment. Okay, so who am I? Who is it that's here on your screen talking to you right now? Who did Bryant and Stratton recruit to take up the next 10 to 15 minutes of your life? My name is Del Reed, and I'm doing what I can to live the one life that I get doing what I love. A little more detail. I own a local business called 26 Shirts that sells different Buffalo-themed designs. For every limited edition design we sell, a portion of that sale goes back into the community to help a worthy cause or a family in need. To date, 26 Shirts has managed to raise over $770,000 thanks to the help of generous sponsors, contributing artists, and awesome customers who believe in our mission. So how did I get there? Much like your respective paths, I'm sure, it wasn't a straight line. In 2001, I landed a job at Roswell Park as the first on-staff web developer they'd ever hired. I discovered web development and programming about a year prior at my previous employer and realized I was pretty proficient at it. It wasn't what I would describe as a blast, but the programming end of things just seemed to come to me, so I figured that must be what I'm supposed to be doing with my life. It wasn't about enjoying the whole web development process, seeing my code come to life in HTML displays on a computer screen, but it was a nice job with nice pay and great benefits. But as the years went on, I realized I didn't enjoy going into work every day. Don't get me wrong, I loved my coworkers, and the job itself certainly wasn't what could be described as a grind, and Roswell is a fantastic place to have a career. But it also wasn't leaving me feeling fulfilled at the end of every work shift. It felt good knowing that I was playing a small part in the fight against cancer, but I was far enough removed from the front line that the role I was playing wasn't always at the forefront of my mind. I enjoy helping people, and I enjoy seeing my work directly impact them. Ultimately, being that far upstream from the payoff wasn't good enough. Okay, before I move on to the next part of my story, I need to share a little background. Much like many of you, I was raised in a Bills-loving home. The way I describe it, I'm 44 years old, and I've been a Bills fan for about 44 and a half years. Some families have photos of the Pope hanging on the wall. We had O.J. Simpson on ours until around 1994. For as long as I can remember, fall Sundays have been spent in front of the television with family yelling. Yelling when something goes well on the field, yelling when something goes bad. The Bills have always been a very loud and emotional part of my life. So I discovered this app called Twitter in 2008, and I fell in love with the idea of being able to talk to anyone, anywhere, about any subject. Initially, it was pretty much just tech-oriented conversations that were being had, but I would always do searches to seek out anything football-related that was being discussed. For a while, it was slim pickings, but eventually the sports world began to migrate over and join me. In 2011, while joking around with some fellow Bills fans that I'd befriended on Twitter, I coined the term Bills Mafia as a tongue-in-cheek way to refer to us. So I make this joke, a throwaway line was all it was, and after a few minutes, other fans discover it. And then the players discover it, and my world starts to get turned upside down. What can only be described as a movement began to take shape. For lack of a better term, my audience on social media continued to grow, and people began asking if I could share their blog post or their meme or their fundraising cause. And then my purpose began to take shape. Real quick, a little more background about me. I remember probably around 4th grade arguing with my mom about how all I wanted to wear to school was what she described as novelty tees. While she would push me in the direction of shirts with collars and buttons, if it didn't have a cool slogan or a graphic on the front, I wasn't interested. She eventually gave up trying to get me to dress nice and eventually let me be me. And one last thing about me, I've always enjoyed helping people. It feels good. I'm not saying that to brag or to try and come off as some saint. In fact, maybe it's even selfish. I enjoy the feeling that I get when there's something I can do to make another person's load lighter. That's just how I am. Some people aren't that way, and that's fine. It's just how I'm wired. As much as my mom lost the wardrobe battle with me, she certainly had an influence on me when it came to helping people in tough situations. That was a quality that I saw in her expressed through so many actions, so many times. Having always been a t-shirt honk and having always had a heart for helping people, this idea comes to me with this audience. Could I sell t-shirts and use the money to help families in tough situations? Turns out the answer was yes. In November 2013, after an unexpected brainstorming session with some friends at a weekly Bible study, 26shirts.com was born. Created as a one-year community service project, the goal was to sell 26 different designs over the span of a year. A new design every 2 weeks. 52 divided by 2 is 26, hence the name. The name seemed obvious at the time, but I've spent the past 6.5 years explaining it. Anyway, it became apparent early on that this was something that could probably last longer than a year. The demand for the product was much larger than I'd anticipated, as was the demand for help. So we went for a second volume. And as the months went on, I found myself coming to work at Roswell every day, thinking about how 26 shirts was what I was supposed to be doing with my life, not building back-end database-driven web applications for hospital staff. And I'll tell you what I've always promised my wife. It did not take away from my efforts at Roswell, I promise. But I felt like a domesticated animal at that point. The idea of giving up on my job was too much. The risk was too great. I had 2 kids, a mortgage, and a nice pension. And then the best thing that could ever happen happened. I got laid off from my management position at Roswell. I was at a crossroads. I could post for another job that was available, or I could pivot and follow the purpose that was now in my heart. So, at the age of 39, with the support of my wife and family, I turned my back on the security of my cushy state job and took a leap into the unknown to sell t-shirts on the internet as a full-time gig. And I haven't looked back. My wife and I decided that we'd give it a year and see if this was actually a viable way to make a living. If after a year or sooner, it became obvious that this wasn't going to work, I'd go back to the web development grind and finish out my days doing that. Well, in 6 months, I had to hire someone to help with the workload because the business was taking off. And then a year and a half after that, another hire. And then 2 years later, another hire. The best part is I get to design and wear t-shirts every day that represent my favorite team, my favorite city, and give back to people in need in the process. Do I make the rate of pay that I made at Roswell? No. Am I fulfilled doing what I know I was meant to do? Absolutely. It took me 35 to 40 years to figure out that the job that pays the most money isn't guaranteed to be the one that provides the most happiness. And maybe now that's where you're at. You were tired of what you've been doing the past decade or two to earn a living, and now you're doing what you can to position yourself for a better life. Before you embark on this next step, can I make one request? Stop. Take a moment, evaluate yourself. Not what you have accomplished, but evaluate who you are. What do you love? What do you enjoy doing the most? For me, it was t-shirts and lending a helping hand. You're different though. You're you. What do you want? The world is going through what seems like a type of reset right now with the pandemic and everything else that's going on. We're reminded daily that life is short. Don't waste your life. You're now at a crossroads. Having just completed your degree, you are now uniquely positioned to go in a new direction. Don't settle. Don't become that domesticated animal who plays it safe. Don't live other people's lives. There's a saying, do you. Think on those 2 words. Do. It's a verb describing action. You is your very essence. You are the one who dreams your dreams. You think your thoughts and you live your life. Take an inventory of who you are, the things you love, and make that your life. It's my hope that your next job, your next career, your next vocation be an expression of who you are, that you do you, and that you continue not to settle for good enough.
To all the graduates with us today, congratulations. We are proud of you and cannot wait to hear about all the great things that you will achieve as a college graduate in the years ahead. Each year, the college seeks a student speaker from the graduating class who is willing to share their experiences at Bryan and Stratton College. Those interested students must possess a 3.0 GPA or higher and then complete the application requirements. The speaker is selected based on a number of criteria. This year, there are a number of outstanding submissions, and the final choice was very difficult to make. Now, I am very honored to introduce our student speaker for the 2020 graduation ceremony, Amy Joel. Amy is a graduate with high honors and has completed her Associate in Human and Social Services. During her time at Bryan and Stratton College, she has demonstrated perseverance and has diligently worked to complete her lifelong goal of obtaining her education.
What does commencement mean? Commencement is a big word with a lot of meaning. To me, the word commencement means that I'm ready to move on to the next phase of my life. It's the end to the beginning. What I mean by that is before you commence or start something new, something has to have ended. What ended for me is something that has been a lifelong journey. I tried to go back to school to earn my degree a few times before finding Bryant and Stratton. It never worked out well for me because there was always something bigger in my life that was happening. I had to put my dreams on hold in order to take care of others. All my life, I've been a caretaker. I had my first child when I was 18 and my second child when I was 20. I was working hard to do the best that I could do for them. When I was 22, I ended up with temporary guardianship of my teenage sister and my 2 teenage brothers. I had just started my journey into college for the first time. I had so much new responsibility that I had to withdraw from school. I put my all into raising 5 kids on my own. The second time I tried to go to school, I found out that I still didn't have the time that I needed to go to school, work, and raise my kids. Once again, I had to let my dream go. My journey at Bryant and Stratton started in January of 2018. My friend told me that she had just enrolled into this awesome college and my ears perked up. I told her that I wanted to go back to school so bad, but I was afraid of failing again. She encouraged me and helped me get connected with her enrollment advisor. He told me that there was less than a week until class started, but he would help me get enrolled and started if I was dedicated to the process and promised to get everything done as quickly as possible. I promised and the process started. That was one of the best decisions I have ever made. I worked hard in all my classes and had more than enough challenges. Some days I would tell my husband that I just wanted to give up. I would have tears streaming down my face because I was so overwhelmed. He encouraged me to keep going forward and to just do the best that I could. I talked to my instructors and they were amazing. They helped me to keep pushing forward and they gave me guidance anytime that I reached out. So in response to what commencement means to me, I would say that commencement is more than just the start of something new. Commencement to me means that I was finally able to finish one round of college. I can look back on this experience and be proud of everything that I accomplished. Commencement means being able to see the progress that I made towards my dreams. It's never too late to finish what you started, even if it has been almost 20 years since you started working on your dreams. Congratulations, everyone.
Now is the moment of our ceremony you've all been waiting for, the presentation of graduates and the conferral of degrees. Congratulations to all of our graduates on their accomplishment.
Mary J. Ackley, Meredith Adams, Kimberly Ahrens, June A. Akins, April Alanise Nunez, Constance Anders, Andrew J. Anderson, Deidre Lenice Anderson, Erica Anderson, Janae Marie Anderton, Quenisha Andre, Bridget Andros, Lisa Anzalone, Brianna Paige Arbeles Snyder, Charlene Victoria Arpaio, Danielle Arroyo Finney, Danielle Irene Arwood, Anne-Marie Ash, Samantha Ann Badillo, Rachel Bailey, Renee A. Bailey, Robin C. Baker, Andrea Caprice Ball, Sharita Latoya Banks, Claudia M. Baccaro, Jamie Lynn Barnes, Shanika L. Barnes, Tyasia M. Batiste, Doreen J. Bedford, Isaiah C. Bedford, Misty Belgrave, Martisa Ann Bell, Danielle M. Bennett, Melanie Benoit, Jaleesa D. Berkeley, Judith Bernier, Nakia N. Best, Joella J. Bissell, Michelle A. Black, Shamika Blackman, Eva Jean Blackman, Portia T. Bogan, Jamie M. Boggs, Brittany C. Booker, Brooke R. Borden, Judy A. Bourne, Kayla R. Bourne, Zarel J. Bowles, Catherine N. Bowser, Ashley Boyd, Sotoya Lorin Boyd, Talina Marie Brady, Ivory S. Braggs, Shamanika Terrell Braxton, Brandy Lee Britton, Jody Brockway, Nichole M. Brooks, Adriana Brown, Elise Christine Brown, Janine J. Brown, Kristen W. Brown, Tamika M. Brown, Alondra Danelle Bufford, Latoya Bullock, Valerie Lynn Burley, Jessica L. Burns, Elizabeth Burrows Travis, Tiffany A. Burton, Kiana Burwell, Sherry Byrne, Angeline Cabrera, Jessica L. Caldwell, Kimberly Calloway, Jessica Lynn Camlett, Jessica L. Campese, Ashley Cangello, Roshonda Cannon, Samantha Carbaugh, Estella Cardenas, Kaisa Carrasquillo, Catherine Ann Case, Stephanie Lauren Cater, Lizette Zugelski, Stephanie Lynn Chandler, Mahogany Monet Cheeks, Stacia C. Cheeks, Quintina Chisholm, Chantel Christina, Militia Christopher, Lanisha Clark, Michelle C. Clark, Dawn M. Clemens, Alyssa N. Collins, Janelle Monet Collins, Kiana E. Collins, Candida Colon, Amanda R. Conklin, Cassandra Yvette Cook, Kiana M. Cornwell, Raymond Cortez, Tina M. Cote, Charnel D. Council, Samantha Danielle Cohen, Shantae Elizabeth Coward, Brittany Lynn Crawford, Crystal Cruz, Adonica Custer, Sharon V. Cypress, Denise Y. Daniels, Tobi Renee Darrington, Deidre Elizabeth Davis, Priscilla L. Davis, Teresa W. Davis, Donald Dayton, Tanita Z. Deason, Caitlin D., Imani Delk, Ashley M. Dell, Katricia Lynette Demps, April Lee Dent, Shaylin Depew, Dinora Diaz, Jenna Christine Diaz, Tanya Marie Digit, Sarah Donnells, Adonna S. Downing, Claire M. Downs, Bianca Janine Doyle, Jasmine A. Drake, Jocelyn E. Drummond, Rebecca L. Dunn, Marquita L. Dupree, Brianna Duran, Allison Durling, Deontay Earl, Jasmine Edwards, Danae A. Eggers, Jasmine E. L., Morgan S. Engram, Caitlin T. Eric, Barbara E. Everling, Kareem X. Farley, Mashea C. Fentress, Delania Farabee, Adrienne Fagenzer, Vernon Lee Finkenbinder, Amy M. Fisher, Rebecca S. Fisher, Brittany M. Flanders, Teresa Isabel Flores, Dejanay Flowers, Julia Ann Foyt, Ashley Marianne Foltz, Tanisha Renee Foster, Davisha Thais Freeland, Renata Latanya Freeman, Melissa Freytag, Jerry E. Frostega, Laetwania Cassandra Habiba Fulton, Crystal M. Furbeck, Brianna Lee Gaddis, Yvonne Gamble, Kanehsia Gardner, Jessica Ann Garland Smith, Dawn Cherie Garner, Michaela Ghani, Rosemary Gibson, Lisa Gilbert, Althea Crystal Elia Gill, Ana Gonzalez, Ashley Grodins, Jaleesa Shawnice Gray, Audrey Lane Greer, Katie Mae Griffin, Jessica Griffith, Sherry K. Griffith, Amanda Jane Grimaldo, Jessica L. Guyette, Jaden Hagman, Candace Hambrick, Tammy Hamilton, Stephanie S. Harrigus, Brooke Roxanne Hardin, Jillian Harper, Amanda Harris, Hannah E. Hastings, Sierra P. Hurd, Tabitha T. Hebrock, Ida Hector, Jocelyn R. Helderop, Patricia Henley, James J. Henry, Corey Gwynn Hensley, Kelly J. Hess, Calvina M. Hicks, Alyssa D. Hill, Carissa L. Hill, Richard Ray Hill, Teresa Hill, Hiba Ziad Hindia, Lydia Lynn Hoffman, Anna M. Holdsworth, Sunithia Howie, Kaneria Shanae Hudson, Latricia Shantae Hudson, Nikita Hughley, Ebony Monique Hunt, Taiwo A. Ibitoy, Dina Infante, Mariangeli Irizarry, Brielle Lynn Jackson, Destiny Chimere Jackson, Michaela Danielle Jackson, Pauline Jackson, Brandy N. Jeffers, Russell Jennings, Amy J. Joel, Anissa Johnson, Jaciana Mathena Johnson, Natisha Johnson, Talia Johnson, Angela C. Jolly, Iris Acuna Jones, Kayla Marie Jones, Kiana C. Jones, Mallory Jones, Sierra A. Jones, Tawana Denise Joyner, Amanda A. Kane, Cornisha S. Kelly, Katie L. Kennedy, Jackie Marie Kirolf, Rebecca Kilcollins, Ebony Chanel King, Keisha Marie King, Tina L. King, Candace Renee Kinney, Joey Klinkhammer, Alexis Koneski, Lynette Cornow, Sarah Krebs, Ryan Marie Cruz, Jessica Lynn Lachut, Cassandra R. Lacey, Francis J. Laguna Jr., Tamara Lambert, Stacy Ann Lampak, Erica S. Lang, Sherry A. Lanza, Heather Lee Larkin, Whitney Ann Larrabee, Crystal M. Larson, Sequoia R. Laufer, Elizabeth Lawson, Cassie J. Lee, Nichole Lee, Juanita Marquette Lee, Ileana Leija, Nikita Lester, Jaquila V. Lewis, Carly Libertosi, Penny Ann Livency, Patrice Long, Elizabeth A. Luce, James Love, Teresa D. Luciano, Stacy Macon, Kayla Mahone, LaKendra LeJ Malone, Deborah Sandra Manansala, Crystal Marbury, Debbie Marks, Sue Lynn Marquardt, Cecilia O. Marquez, Minnie Marshall, Nancy E. Marshall, Stephanie Martin, Christina Marie Martinez, Faisal M. Matan, Shanice O'Shea Mathis, Vendia Maxey, Brandon C. Maynard, Gina McAnally, April McCreary, Mia S. McCullough, Kelly McGill, Carlender S. McGowan, Heather L. McGowan, Donna McGraw, Monisha Shantae McLean, Gregory McMahon, Marquita Nichelle McNairn, Sabrina McNamara, Constance A. McNeil, Renee L. Marathu, Lindsay D. L. Miles, Danielle Nicole Miller, Erin Lee Miller, Kathy Ann Millett, Sharon LaShawn Mills, Jamila K. Mitchell, Victoria O. Mitchell, Tanya Diane Mizell, Alina Moore, Jasmine J. Moore, Talia Moore, Krista Morlock, Deborah D. Mosley, Rakisha C. Mundy Kelly, Kiosha L. Mwangi, Samantha Myers, Kyler Nathaniel, Shaquella Nelson, Holly J. Novell, Terry L. Nichols, Mary E. Nicholson, Kayla L. Neiman, Gracie Norton Dickey, Lora G. O'Hare, Angelica Josephine Alcott, Amanda Olson, Aisha Owens, Jonique Cherise Pace, Brittany M. Paget, Chandria Marie Paget, Brooklyn Painter, Wendy L. Parmalee, Linnea E. Patterson, Sheena Nicole Patterson, Michelle E. Paulos, Ashley N. Payne, Samantha Pember, Amanda Perez, Starkeisha Perkins, Valerie Perry, Caden L. Phillips, Sariputri Pierre Lewis, Victoria R. Pekarsky, Kacy Pike, Alyssa Pimentel, Michelle Pinkston, Bonnie Ann Pisani, Darlene Placencia, Julia Podevals, Lakeisha M. Pollard, Stephanie Polo, Amanda Pompal, Jewel Pope, Triana Powell, Erica Pratt, Ernestine Pringle, Latricia D. Prelo, Paula Prostel, Shermaine Pulver, Jessica Putman, Satisha B. Radcliffe Watson, Dion Michelle Ransaw, Sarah A. Raymond, Carrie J. Redden, Ambernique Rambert, Brittany Rice, Amia M. Richardson, Avion S. Richardson, Megan Nicole Rigsby, Christine Allen Rimson, Roxanne Rhines, Crystal A. Robertson, Amber Robinson, Janet Rojas, Paula M. Rosario Buxo, Lisa Louise Rose, Lori Saylor, Christine Samuels, Luz Santiago Torres, Sherry Rigsby Sargent, Daryl Joseph Sawadas, Lois L. Schutte, Amy Theresa Schwartz, Linda I. Schwartz, Amanda Scott, Melissa Sego, Farron R. Seneca, Natasha A. Seneca, Shahandra Raynette Sergeant, Louise Shoecraft, Charlene Simmons, Charity Simpson, Sierra R. Simpson, Deshelle Renee Sinclair, Julie A. Sinacropi, Amanda N. Slavens, Audrey Smith, Brittany Shantae Smith, Crystal G. Smith, Charlene Smith, Shinyada Linnell Smith, Elizabeth Rose Sneezak, Jamie Sutherland, Althea C. Spellman, Jennifer L. Sperry, Samia Monet Spurlock, Brittany Stafford, Benedretta L. Stansel, William Ray Standiford III, Kiera M. Staten, Gina Stevens, John Stevens, Nichole Stevens, Tanya R. Stover, Kayla K. Sturgeon, Terry Swinford, Heather Tanguma, Megan L. Terrace, Tierra R. Taylor, Kendra Thomas, Lynette Thomas, Nicole Thompson, Tiffany Lynn Thurman, Luz Zoraima Tirado, Vajna Twitty Toms, Rosale Torres, Lastar Nichole Triplet, Evander Tucker, Jalissa Tucker, Shaka S.A. Tucker Carden, Shaniqua C. Turner, Allison Elizabeth Tuttle, Kelly Twitchell, Caitlin Vance, Brittany Van Zant Chabot, Severita Vargas, Brittany Vasquez Ramos, Jessica Voss, Tanya M. Velasquez, Renee Vanette, Elizabeth Vivas, Jennifer L. Wagner, Shernetta DeJaris Walker, Shelby Nicole Wallace, Jasmia K. Ward, Monica Wartella, Nadira Watkins, Cheryl White, La Quinta Shanice White, Makita Whittier, Caroline E. Williams, Danielle Williams, Kim Grace Williams, Letitia Michelle Williams, Claire Willis, Shauna Willis, Tamaria F. Wilson, Jaretha L. Winston, Quintina Michelle Woodward, Sabrina Renee Wright, Tara Wright, Rachel P. Yalong, Colette M. Yato, Takara LaFay Young, Judith A. Zerpeli,
Now it is time for the grand finale of the graduation ceremony. My name is Dr. Francis Felser, and it is my privilege as the president of Bryant & Stratton College to grant your certificates and degrees. Candidates, by the virtue of the authority vested in me by the states of New York, Ohio, Virginia, and Wisconsin, and by the governing body of Bryant & Stratton College, I am privileged to confer upon each of you the credentials recommended by the faculty. I now invite you to move the tassels on your caps to the left side to indicate that you are indeed graduated. Ladies and gentlemen, I proudly present the Bryan and Stratton College's class of 2020. Thank you all for joining this celebration. As you all know, it takes a lot of courage, willpower, resilience, and belief in yourself to make it here today. Remember these virtues as they will continue to serve you well throughout your work and life pursuits. You are the future of our community, and by becoming a Bryan and Stratton College graduate, the future is brighter for you and for all of us. This is the moment to imagine that brighter future and know that it is possible, even during these difficult and uncertain times. Please stay strong. The resilience that you nurtured to get you here will get you through this current challenge. You will help fuel a healthier future economy, and your life will continue to make twists and turns as you grow and flourish on that path to a brighter future. Each of you has the power to make the world a better place in your own special way. All of you will go off in different directions after today. Some of you will be joining the workforce to start promising new careers. Some of you will continue your education. But whatever path you take, remember, enjoy the journey. Because of your experience with Bryan and Stratton College, you'll be presented with many opportunities and ways to connect with others. Be open and have the courage to dream big. As I end today, remember that all of us here at Bryan and Stratton College are rooting for you, are here to assist you, and we look forward to seeing how you will change and lead us into the future. Thank you.